Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. Now with the running shoe prices going up, I've gotten a lot of requests recently to do another deals roundup, which I'll do. I'll do the deals roundups every month. You can also see the latest deals on supwell.com. But I also wanted to put together this list highlighting some of the best shoes that at MSRP are lower than a lot of the options on the market, so $140 and below. Now, if you're looking for deals on running shoes or a cheaper way to buy new running shoes, make sure you're on the Supwell app. It's my app. It's the other best way to get deals other than buying these new shoes, which the MSRP will be lower, because you can get great shoes, the top tier performance shoes, the racing shoes, the max cushion shoes at a lower price because it's a buy, sell, and trade marketplace. Some people have gently used running shoes sitting in a box or new shoes sitting in the box. They'll list them and pass on some good value to hobby joggers. So I always see race shoes for $100 off MSRP, max cushion shoes for half the price. You got to check it out if you're looking for a new shoe. And bonus, we got people like my friend Blake Wade just spitting inspirational bars. So if you're looking for a place to keep you accountable, get you active, get you outside, get you driving towards your goals, make sure you're on the Supwell app. So get in with us and enjoy today's video. Sun is high in the sky today. Let's get into it. 4 best running shoes under $140. There's a lot of BS going on right now. You know what BS stands for? Barefoot shenanigans. There's a lot of barefoot shenanigans going on in the running shoe industry. All these brands want to raise their prices. Saucony is raising their prices. They claim that it's the tariffs that's forcing them to put the Endorphin trainer at $200. I'm not so sure about that. And if you're not a leader when it comes to performance, here's my hot take. You should not be the leader when it comes to raising prices. Now, I like the Endorphin trainer, but that thing's got a big old chunk of EVA. You know, ethylene vinyl acetate, the foam that Brooks invented 50 years ago, and you're telling me you want to be the first brand to raise your running shoe prices dang near 20%? Don't do that to me, Saucony. So Endorphin Speed 5, luckily that's only a $5 price increase, $170 to $175. They made the Triumph $170 from $160. They made the Endorphin Pro 4, one of the best value shoes, $240, which now makes it more expensive than the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3 with a foam that is nowhere near as good. So there's a lot of barefoot shenanigans going on. But today we are cutting through all that, giving you the straight heat. 4 awesome shoes where the MSRP is under $140. These are brands that make durable products. These are brands that make high quality stuff. And I actually came out here earlier today and I was gonna do this video with another shoe. And then I looked it up. It was a Saucony shoe, and Saucony actually does not sell that shoe anymore. The Surge 3 was gonna make this list, and Saucony doesn't sell it. So they took one of their best shoes that was great value, axed it from the lineup, and then raised all their prices. Let's give Saucony a round of applause. Anyway, this is the Audi Zero SL2. Let's start it off with a banger. This is the default. This is the one I would go to if you want something that's gonna be durable, that's gonna have an awesome ride, and that can do a lot of stuff. So you get the race foam in the middle here. You get the training foam wrapping it. I actually did a spotlight highlight video a few weeks ago. What was it called? A revisit. That's the word I was looking for. I did a revisit a few weeks ago. I got this up to 100 last summer, and it's crazy how quickly time passes because I did the first run review on this maybe even over a year ago now at this point, which is just crazy. Time is flying when you're shoe tubing. Yeah, outsole is in good shape here, really durable, past 100 miles. Upper is comfortable once it's broken in. It needs some mileage and some time to conform to your foot. It is on the narrower side, so I would look out for that. But riding this thing, it's so nice. I took this up to 23 miles last summer, 23-mile long run. And then with all the hundreds of shoes I've tested, I came back to it a few weeks ago, and it's still just as good. This can hang with any of the daily trainers that have released in the past year, and it's only $130. That's what Adidas does. They give you solid deals. So if you want one shoe, if you're on a budget, if you run track or cross country, or maybe you're trying to pay down student loans, or you're trying to afford a divorce attorney, this is the one shoe that I would get. can go fast, can go slow. It can do recovery runs. We're calling them absorption runs, where you absorb all the hard work. It can do strides. It's a really awesome shoe, especially for the summer when you want something light and fast. You don't want a big, bulky shoe weighing you down that's going to turn into a sweat box like the Saucony Triumph 23. No. You want something like this, Adizero SL2. Banger, $130. Saucony's trying to sell the Triumph for $170. Get out of here. All right, another great shoe from Adidas. One of the most underrated shoes on the market. I actually think this is the most underrated shoe on the market. The Adidas Adistar 3. The reason why it's so underrated, under $140, is because Adidas doesn't push it. They don't call this the Adizero Adistar 3. They don't slap the Light Strike Pro in here. They don't even put the Boost in here. They don't even have the what is it called? Dream Strike Plus from the Prima. They don't have that in here. No, it's Repetidor foam. Have you ever heard of Repetidor? I'm guessing 83% of you have never heard of Repetidor. Only 17% of you, who are the sickest of the sickos, have heard of Repetidor. So it's an EVA-based compound similar to what's in the Endorphin Trainer, but different than the Endorphin Trainer. This is not $200. This is around $130. So big stack of foam. It actually comes in above 40 millimeters in the heel here. Really comfortable ride. The most comfortable shoe that you can get for under $140 right now. Great cushion. Also, weirdly, a lot of bounce with how soft it is. Now, it has the thing in the back where you can, look at this. That hot dog bun compression that we get out of the softest race shoes like the Adios Pro 4 and Saucony Endorphin Elite. But I haven't found this to be soft. It is simple. It is fun. It's almost like a 1080 V13 with maybe even slightly more bounce. Might be heresy to say that, but this is really close to what you'd get out of something like a 1080 V13. Also, if you are looking for shoes under $140, you can of course get last year model version. I think you can actually get the 1080 V13 for $100 or $95, but this list is designed to be shoes that you can get new. You don't have to go searching for a deal or trying to find last year's version that are MSRP under $140. So this is the Max Cushion shoe. This would be an incredible rotation right here. If you want to do two shoes, you could get your comfort, longer mileage in one, and the Adistar 3, and then your speed and more of the snappy, light daily training feel in the SL2. But if you're looking for something for walking, for casual use, this is a great choice. Someone actually told me that, I think it was Hess Kicks, really like this, and people who review lifestyle shoes really like this for everyday use and comfort. And man, it is a really comfortable shoe. So overall, banger. Adidas has some awesome value in their lineup. Adistar 3. All right, next up, let's go for daily trainer. So this is a combination. This would sit in between the SL2 and Adistar 3. It's a moderately cushioned daily trainer with a plastic plate. It's not quite designed for speed. You could think of it almost like a stripped down budget version of something like the Hoka Skyward X. It doesn't have as much stack as that, but that type of a shoe. Something like the Neo Vista, a shoe that's designed for cruising in comfort, and the plate is really there to stabilize the foam. This is the New Balance Propel V5. MSRP of this is $120, and it's actually on sale at a lot of places a lot of time for $65. So really awesome deal. You get a comfort-oriented upper, nice padding on the tongue and around the back. The stability is good, and a softer version of this fuel cell foam. It actually reminds me of the older fuel cell foam, not what's in the SC Trainer V3 right now and all the new shoes, the Rebel V5 and the Rebel V4. I actually haven't tried the Rebel V5 yet, but different foam that's what's in the Rebel V4. So impact absorption is great. This is what I like for just shorter, comfortable runs up to 30, 45 minutes. When I was testing this last year, I actually tried doing a workout in it. It could do it, but it was slightly laborious to try running fast in it. Not my favorite. It's more of a shoe where you want to hang back, nice cruise. You could put some recovery mileage on it, but mostly a well-rounded daily option that leans to the comfortable side. $120, good rubber coverage, should last a decent amount of time. So there you go, Propel V5. All right, last one here, your true speed training option under $140. This is the Asics Noosa Tri 16. This is $135. Now, this is actually not one of my personal favorites. I only ran it one time last year, and for these shoes that I do not love out of the box, sometimes I don't come back to them. all that often. But this is a cult classic. This franchise of shoes, the Noosa Tri, is one that a lot of people love. Non-plated, big rocker in the front, simple construction, lightweight. It's actually designed to be a triathlon racing shoe. So you get out of the water of the bike and you just slip your foot in there, it's good to go. So if you want a more traditional feel, not plated, not a lot of foam for shorter distance stuff, this is a solid option. I know my guy Matt from Doctors of Running really liked it. Not my personal favorite, and I run a lot of my workouts now in the speed training shoes, but this is a good alternative if either you don't want the taller, I actually run a lot of my workouts in the race shoes, but this is a good alternative if you'd rather have a more minimal option instead of all the foam and the stack in the plate. So Noosa Tri 16, $135. I should give this a revisit soon because it's not a bad shoe. It just felt lackluster to me compared to peers, even like the Brooks Hyperion 2. But guess what? That's not under 140. The Brooks Hyperion 2 is at 140. So there you go. Versatility, Adidas Adizero SL2. Comfort, Adidas Adistar 3. Daily comfort with a plate for some fun cruises. That would be the Propel V5. And then lightweight speed training if you want to stay more traditional, Noosa Tri 16. And of course, if you're looking for discounted shoes off MSRP that are not these guys, check out the Supple app. That's my app. It's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there. So that's the thing. You can look for one of these shoes that has a cheaper MSRP. You could buy the last year model version, and that will always be lower, like the 1080 V13 you can find for $100, or you could go to the Supple app and find gently used running shoes or even new running shoes that people have sitting in a box that they haven't used. And that's another great thing. Also, eBay and Poshmark is another way to find deals. So yeah, short hitter today. I wanted to give you some fun options for people out there. I've been getting requests, and I don't want to see any other brands who are not performance leaders being price raising leaders. It disgusts me. You got to have at least 4 bangers in your lineup if you want to start raising your prices. Get out of here, Saucony. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with another video.